We started the day off at Hobby Haven to pick up my Amazon packages.
There's an RC car club outside, so we spent a little time looking at them.
Yeah, before we went inside to see some of these anime model kits.
And model trains.
It's a neat little store.
Yeah. Now we're in downtown Des Moines. And Des Moines, Iowa is the hometown of my favorite author, Bill Bryson. Bill Bryson, if you're listening, I love your books, and I think I've read every single one of them. But now this, ladies and gentlemen, is the capital of Iowa. And as you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful building, and the grounds are so cool.
Wow.
The lights, like somehow some sort of waterproof connections.
Oh my gosh, well I guess it's beautiful at nighttime.
It was a Sunday, so the Capitol was not open for tours, but we did walk around, and there's a lot to see.
Oh my god, it's so grand.
Yeah, there's a Lincoln statue, a sundial. It wasn't a sunny day, so it didn't really work.
Yeah, I remember it was a windy and cloudy day.
Probably won't because it's cloudy.
It's very breezy.
That's a giant Civil War era mortar or a cannon used to lob projectiles over a wall or something like that. The first one I've ever seen. It was pretty crazy.
This is all just solid metal.
So I'm demonstrating how it's used in practice, of course.
Projectile up and then like down onto the enemy.
Different cannon. I'm not really sure where that one came from, but I liked it. The Statue of Liberty.
The tiny one.
The tiny one. And the Liberty Bell. And this was the point that you started to call this place Copycat City or something like that, because it seems like they have small replicas of all the great American stuff.
I know, right? I was so surprised.
A really good World War II memorial. There was also a really good Holocaust memorial in front of the in the lawn, way in front of the Capitol. It talked a lot about some Jewish immigrants that had settled in Des Moines. But this World War II monument was really good too.
Yeah, very informative.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned more here than in school.
Yeah. That's the Soldiers Monument. It's a military monument of sorts.
Yeah, it was like a huge park with all these different monuments.
Yeah.
And then I made this for dinner, for lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, we pretty much just staked out in front of the Capitol all day. It was great. Yeah, there's nice picnic tables and trees, so we could just sit there, eat. And I did some work on my laptop, and yeah, it was just a great day.
Mm-hmm.
The following day, we returned to the Capitol building for a self-guided tour. And it's every bit as grand on the inside as it is on the outside. In fact, maybe even more so.
Look at these chandeliers.
I don't see they like it. This is astounding. I live here. This is incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
Right? Look at the dome. Oh.
All right, I think my favorite part was looking up into the dome.
Could you imagine being all the way up there and some scaffolding painting that dome?
Wow.
It was just so crazy to look up. It's just such a work of art. There's the USS Iowa. Yeah, you're pretty much given a free roam of the Capitol. And there's so many little exhibits like that model ship and that suffrage monument. Just little things around you can look at. And of course, they give a lot of history about how it was built and all that stuff, all the materials, all the different species of wood and types of stone and marble they used. This was the old courtroom. Of course, the Supreme Court moved to a different building. I'm sure they still use this room for some stuff, but that's not its primary purpose anymore. But just look at it. I mean, the chandelier and the wooden table and the chairs, just really cool. And that's looking at the front toward downtown Des Moines, and that's the park we spent all that time in. All right, yes, that's some examples of the building materials. And then this is a creepy display of all dolls of the first ladies, or first spouses rather, because one of them was a man, because I believe the current senator of Iowa is a woman.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit creepy, but interesting.
Very interesting. I like this display.
Yes, I'm sure the dolls come alive at night like Toy Story and run around the halls. Yeah, I think that one's called Going Westward or something like that, and it just depicts westward, or it's symbolic of westward expansion in the United States. And it was just, I mean, just so mind-bogglingly extravagant. It was so cool. It doesn't sound that loud. Oh, yeah, it does. It doesn't sound loud. It just sounds like echoey. It's weird. Try it.
The spot?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It does. That's so weird. You can't hear it, though. You can only hear it here. X marks the spot.
If you stand right in the middle with the dome above you, it almost sounds like your voice is being amplified like through a megaphone. It's kind of cool. Just to you. No one else. It doesn't sound like that to anyone else, just to you. I don't know how it works acoustically, but it was pretty sweet. And then I went swimming at this lake. Can't remember what it's called, but it's some murky lake near Des Moines. I went swimming there. It was okay.
After a swim and a rinse.
Yep. Kind of clean. Check out that tan line. Or that farmer's tan, rather. Next, we went to the State Historical Museum. It has a lot of natural history, Civil War history, and also Iowa history, too.
Especially Iowa.
Right. Yeah, especially Iowa's involvement in the Civil War, too. That was a big focus.
Yeah, there was a gentleman who was dressed up
Right.
in his grandfather's clothing, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or maybe representative of his grandfather's Civil War unit or something like that. And he gave us a little history. It was cool. But, yeah, a lot to see, for sure.
One great thing is free, so you can take a look.
Here we are, Iowa history. I'm sorry to say I don't remember much of it, but it was a very storied history, I can tell you that much. Just look at all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what the lobby looks like.
Yep. Yeah, some mammoth skeletons.
And now we're in the second floor.
Right. This is maybe my favorite part, which was Iowa in popular culture. And it just talked about some movies, some of which I still have to see. Actually, all of them, honestly, I still have to see, including State Fair and Music Man. And that's all I can remember. But Iowa does have a big Hollywood presence.
And more carefree
Yes.
days. In the end, all Franks are happy. First, mother and father show their expertise in rural skills by winning their contests. And in the musical version, express their love for Iowa in song.
This is my favorite song. I still have to see this movie, State Fair, but I love it.
Yeah, and we've been singing it throughout the trip since then.
I haven't stopped singing this song since. After that, we drove to Ames, Iowa, which is a short way to the north. And that's where we had dinner.
At this little park.
Yeah.